I hope you can hear me down here. Hello everyone, Carolyn here. Today I'm going to be doing an updated K-pop shelf tour and I am super excited. The other day I was thinking of like videos I want to make and I realized it's been about 6 months since I've made one of these. So like we're overdue. So yes, today we are going to go through all of my K-pop shelves. If you do not know, I currently have 5. This is after me downsizing, so a little concerning still, but it's okay. Also, I am moving out at the end of July and like beginning of August, and so a lot of these things are going to have to be packed up. All of these things are going to have to be packed up and relocated to another location. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do another one of these before I move out. I probably will, just because August is kind of a ways from now, but this may be the last time you see the shelves like this. It may not be the last time you see shelves like this, but yes, let's go ahead and get started. So what you're staring at right now, also I did an entire room tour recently, so if you're interested in kind of seeing like where these shelves are located in my room, I won't really be showing off my room in this video, so go ahead and check out that video if you want to see kind of how my whole room is set up and how my shelves are set up. So yes, this is the very top shelf. This one hasn't changed too much. I would say that the only difference is I've added a couple of magazines right here that just didn't fit on any other shelves. But besides that, everything is pretty much the same. Behind my 2 Uchiwas up there, so I have a 101 and then also a Changyun one from the We Are Here tour. I do have all of my Japanese LPs and LP size things for all of my groups. That is really the only difference here. Still have my Yobong up there, still have my Super Junior and Infinite Star card packs up there. Not a lot has changed here. This is a very delicate setup, and so I don't like to mess with it too much unless I absolutely need to. So yes, moving on to the next shelf. So this is the shelf right below the shelf that we just looked at, and this is my first Super Junior shelf. So I have a bunch of albums stacked over here. These are all items that are almost jewel case sized but aren't quite jewel case sized. And then I have my Super Junior collection. I also have my Donghae version of I Thank You here, the limited edition. If I move this, there's also the clear file back there. I forgot that was there. And I also have a bunch of other Super Junior and Ryuks there, Kyuhyun's there. We've got some Super Junior M there. I was doing it by height, not really by like any particular era or unit or anything. So yes. This is the next shelf, so this is the second part of my Super Junior collection. So I have my didnt Kinos here. I don't have the other version of the Danger Kino because I just didn't feel like I needed it. There was only one photo card for Donghae, so I didn't feel like I needed both versions of the Kino. And then I have the rest of my Suju collection. This is their newest album. Obviously, they just released another new album, so that's coming in the mail currently. It's not here yet. And then at the end, I have my Baochu and my other didnt stuff, and then also didnt's new Japanese album. Almost all of my Super Junior collection. I do have a jewel case shelf that I'll show you later that has some Suju on it, but for the most part, anything that doesn't fit on the jewel case shelf is located right here. So yes. Right below my Super Junior shelf is my first Infinite shelf. I also have my didnt signed promo The Beat Goes On album here, and my mug from Magic. One more time. My mug from One More Time. If I move both of these items, you can see my entire Infinite collection, or the first half of my Infinite collection. So yes, this is my Infinite shelf. I tend to do Infinite in like size order as well. I just feel like it looks better. So these are all these smaller items that are shaped like this, and then we have some repackages and larger limited editions and all that fun stuff. So if you don't know, I used to collect Infinite super thoroughly. The only reason I don't anymore is just because they literally don't release anything. Sungkyu just announced a new single this morning, and so if that has a physical, I definitely will buy it. But besides that, I am pretty much caught up. We'll look more on the next shelf because it continues on to the next shelf. But yes, I do try to keep up with everything that they release, Hoya included. So yeah. Okay, so this is my second Infinite shelf, and as you can see, it also leads into my Red Velvet collection. So I have just the rest of their stuff, things that they released recently. I have Myungsu's newest album and also Sungkyu's newest album, and also my OT7 signed edition of New Challenge. Emotionally bought when Hoya left the group, so that was a fun time. And yeah, then it leads over to my Red Velvet collection, so that is all of that over there. I do have my like Wendy versions kind of stacked with her Summer Magic one out in front. And yes, I also have Sugi and Irene's album here. And then when Wendy releases her album, as you can tell, she is my bias. So I definitely will be buying Wendy's new album, and I'm so excited for that. And also Red Velvet's comeback, SM. Give it to me now. Moving on. I'm just gonna hold my phone for this just because this shelf is so low, but this is my A Pink and After School collection. A lot of people think that I've stopped collecting after school, but I've just like completed the collection. So there really isn't anything left to collect, but I do still have my after school collection, so do not worry about that. Looking forward to adding to the A Pink section though when they make their comeback. Hopefully it's soon. And as you can see, I keep my A Pink and After School albums in a rainbow order. That's really just because they're like the most colorful collections I own. I collect a lot of boy groups, and boy group albums don't tend to be super colorful, at least not the boys I collect. So yes, super nice. Looking forward to adding to this collection. And that is it for this entire shelf. So we have looked at every shelf on this shelf. Let's move on to the next one. This is my mini shelf. This is the newest addition to my shelf collection. And yeah, this is the very top of it. So I have my most recent Super M, Super 1 albums here. There's 2 of each of these because these are both the normal editions and then the Target exclusive and the Amazon exclusive. And then I also have Blackpink's The Album there. I don't fully collect Blackpink. I did buy Rosé's solo. K-Town for You and YG told me no. So I'm waiting to figure out if they're going to get more in stock or if I'm going to cancel my order and get it from elsewhere. So that's a good time. But yes, that is basically it for this shelf. There's also a little tree back there. I put it up there for Christmas and just never took it down. I kind of like it. White is very neutral. You know, can be there all year. Next on this shelf, we have my Treasure collection. So if you do not know, Treasure are one of my ultimate groups. I recently ulted them. So I have their entire discography and their Kino there. And then I also have my Chutok Bebe mini figurine on the shelf as well, because you'll see, but my Monsta X shelves are kind of full. So yes, this is my cute little Treasure shelf. I like it so much, and I definitely need to probably relocate them before their next comeback. So we're not going to talk about it. So this is my next shelf. This is my Itzy shelf, and as you can see, I also have Stacy's album there because they only have 1 album, and I was like, I don't know where to put it. And then I also have my Chaedong signed album over there. That is from an M-Wave meet and greet. So yes, it's not a promo album. It's an M-Wave meet and greet album or a fan sign album. I feel like there's so many signed albums these days, but yes, that is what that is from. And yeah, I really like my little Itzy collection. I need an Itzy comeback so bad though, like JYP, please. JYP, I'm begging, like, give us an Itzy comeback, please. I need more Itzy music. So yes, this is, and Stacey's making a comeback in April, so probably will end up putting Stacey's next album on the shelf as well, but we will see how that goes. Finally, down here, I have my mini Stray Kids collection. So I have their light stick and then also all of their albums here. I don't collect anything Japanese or anything crazy for Stray Kids. I just do like 1 album per comeback because yeah, and yeah, this is really cute. I bought their light stick because I was going to see him in concert last year, and then I didn't. So that was sad. That is it for this shelf. Very mini, very tiny. I like it a lot though. I feel like it fills up this space very well. So yes, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is my next shelf. So we're at the very top again, and this is where I keep the majority of my light sticks. So I have my Yobang, oh my gosh, you can't even see my finger. Yobang version 2, Wondungi versions 1 and 2, Suju's, what is their light stick called? But anyways, I have version 1 and version 2 of that, and then I also have version 2 of A Pinks. I do not own version 1 of A Pinks, and it's very sad. Yes, those are my mini light sticks. I keep them at the top of my shelf. Next, I have my BTS shelf, which also features my Suju 2021 calendar because it didn't fit on my other shelf. But if I move Mr. Kyuhyun here, you do see my entire BTS collection. I also have this Jin signed.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
Oh my god. I also have this Jin signed The Most Beautiful Moments in Life Part 1 album, which is one of my favorite albums from BTS. And this I got from an M-Wave meet and greet. It was the last M-Wave meet and greet BTS ever did, I'm pretty sure. Or the last one they ever did was for Part 2. But for Part 1, I got a Jin signed album, and it's like one of my prized possessions because I love it so much. So I have my entire discography. Let me move this here. I don't collect Japanese albums for BTS, but I do collect their Korean discography fully. So I do have all the versions of 7 over there. I have both versions of B. I have BTS World. My Persona albums are very color faded. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, yes, that is this shelf. This is my first Monsta X shelf. So I have a bunch of signed albums in front here. I have a lot of stuff on my Monsta X shelf, so I apologize in advance. But here we have my Kihyun signed Fantasia album. I have my One fan signed album. I have my The Connect promo album, the We Are Here album I got when I went to tour that's signed by all 7. Let me move these. I have this Hyungwon button set that a friend sent me. It's from the Connect tour. So yes, we got some pink-haired Hyungwon. So behind that I have the entire first part of Monsta X's discography. So I have from Trespass all the way until We Are Here. And then I have some photo books there and some DVDs. So I have their Japanese full-length albums, the Connect World Tour DVD, Picnic in One Baby World, a Wano fan signed photo book, and then the 2 photo books they released last year, the Ziesta and the Calma versions. And is there anything else on this shelf? I don't think so. I think that is everything. So let's move on to the other Monsta X shelf. This is my second Monsta X shelf. So this starts off with All About Love and goes all the way until Current Time. So, which is Love Synonym Part 2 for Wano. Okay, that's better. So first I have Wano's men's health magazines. I have all of the versions of All About Love, so all of the member covers, plus the mysterious 7th cover that doesn't have any of the members on it. And then I have Kihyun's displayed because he is my bias of the active lineup. I have my Wano Polaroid from his MMT fan sign. And then I have a Wano signed The Code album, a Wano signed Rush album, and a full group signed Rush album. So if I move these, I have all the versions of Follow. So I have all 7 member covers for Follow. And then I have Love Synonym 1. I don't keep them in the bags just because bags. And then I have Love Synonym 2. And then I have Wano's V Live fan thing. And then the photo book. And then I have Fantasia and Fatal Love. And then I display Wano's Follow album. I probably won't be doing that for much longer just because there's more stuff coming out. So yes, this is gonna have to be reorganized, or we're gonna have to add a 3rd shelf, or something's gonna have to change. So yeah, whenever Monsta X releases their next comeback is when this is gonna have to change. Behind Wano, the We Are Here World Tour DVD and Kino, and then I have my Kinos for Follow, Fantasia, and Fatal Love up there. And then I also have this little Hyungwon ice cream keychain that a friend of mine sent me. And I have a Kihyun Shootout Japan era mini towel that my friend also sent me. Yes, that is it for this shelf. This shelf has kind of become a catch-all shelf for me, so there are a lot of groups here. So let me scoot this over. So this is mainly the ATEEZ One SHINee shelf, but I also have my Minhyuk fan sign album from Fatal Love era, and then my promo album from Fatal Love era that's signed by all 6 members. And then I also have my Carrot Bong version 2 in the middle with S. Coops' name on it because he is my bias in 17. So let me move these things. So besides those things, I do have my entire ATEEZ One discography here, including their Kino for their most recent album. The most recent album is the only one I've ever bought a Kino for, so I don't own the other Kinos. And then my entire SHINee discography, I collect full group stuff, at least 1 version per release, and then I collect at least 1 version of the members' solo albums. So yes, I did pull Oh No in my recent jewel case one. I'll probably put them on my jewel case shelf eventually, but for right now, I'm having fun displaying him, and also I need him for a thumbnail still. So he's just hanging out here. But yes, that is it for this shelf. Finally, we have my last shelf, which is 17. So for 17, I collect all versions of everything. Really, I should put 17 on the shelf above this and put SHINee and ATEEZ 1 down here, but I don't know. I've gone back and forth between who to put here. But yes, I collect one version, or all versions for Korean releases, and then for Japanese releases, I get one version. I'm a little behind on their Japanese releases, but I do have 3 copies of Semicolon displayed, which are my top 3 biases, so S.Coups, Joshua, and Junghan. Yes, I bias the entire 95 line. And then I have my 2 banners that I got when I saw them in concert at the beginning of 2020. Such a fun concert. I wish S.Coups had been there, but it was so much fun. So yeah, that is it for this shelf, and that is it for this entire shelf. This I'm just gonna hold real quick because yeah, but this is my jewel case shelf. This basically just houses anything that doesn't fit on the other shelves that is a jewel case sized. So yes, it's next to my infamous giraffe costume that I keep here. But yeah, that's really it. It's just got Suju, After School, A Pink, Monsta X, Infinite. It's got everybody that I collect that has a jewel case size things. So yeah, this is my final shelf. It has other things on it, but we'll start off with my Loona section. So this is my Loona collection. I have Chedi's album displayed because she is my bias, but I do collect limited editions for Loona albums, except for Odd Eye Circle. I think I collected more for that era because of Chedi, but yes, that is this. Next, we have my second shelf. This has Golden Child, some 101 and J1. I have Rocket Punch, and then I also have VIX. VIX is a collection that I'm considering getting rid of, but I just haven't done it yet. I haven't made like a solid decision yet. And then I also have G-Dragon's Heartbreaker album, the second press edition, displayed, because that is the album that got me into K-pop actually. So yeah, I'm really happy to have that album. And then this is my NCT and ATEEZ shelf, and I'm pretty sure that's the only 2 groups that are here. Super M is also here, but you know. So yes, I have Lucas's Super M first mini displayed, and then I have other albums that are kind of the same size underneath him. Then I have the rest of my NCT collection, and then my entire ATEEZ collection minus their most recent release because I still need it for a thumbnail, so it's in my other room. And then I also have my Super M light stick, my NCT mini tour bus, and my NCT light stick. I do not own an ATEEZ light stick, but if we can never go to concerts again, I will get one so that I can go to an ATEEZ concert and use it. Down here on the bottom shelf, this is the last shelf, so I have NHYPEN over there, I have Twice, I have Lovelyz, and then I have SF9, and then there's a couple of albums at the end there, a couple of larger NCT things, and then I have Baekhyun's album and a couple of JBJ albums. Yes, I don't know if I'll be keeping the JBJ albums much longer, but I definitely want to keep the Baekhyun album, so is this shelf. So not a lot going on here. Not taking this with me when I move out, but yeah, that's this shelf. The last thing I want to show you somehow without showing myself is my signed album shelf for other groups. So I do have a OT10 of Tension album signed. I have a BAP OT6 album signed. This is signed by Youngjae. This is Jaehwan's first mini signed. This is a group called Madtown, who I love. This is also Madtown. That's my bias, day one. I have Hyuk's most recent album signed. I only bought a signed version. Even if I sell my VIX collection, I probably won't sell that album because I like it so much. Then I have a Cross Jean OT6 album signed. And then I have a Day 6 OT5 album signed. I'm replacing the plastic on this one, which is why there's no plastic on it. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I just didn't like the plastic on it anymore. This is my signed album shelf. Some of these I'm thinking about selling, but I also am pretty connected to most of these, and I'd be really sad if they like went away. So also I have this GOT7 album that is signed. I can't take it off right now because I have one hand, but this is signed by OT7, so I really like this a lot as well. And yeah, that is it for my updated K-pop shelf tour. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything that I showed off in this video, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I also did a video showing all of my K-pop supplies where I went over everything I use on my shelves. So I'll be sure to link that video as well. But yes, I think I'm going to do another one of these in about 6 months. So I'll probably do another one right before I move out. And then I'll also do my new setup in my new place. So definitely look forward to that. And yeah, let me know which one of my shelves is your favorite in the comment section down below. Which one do you think I have organized the best or in the most interesting way? Let me know in the comment section down below. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.